Fallout can sometimes be a happy game that you are excited to play every day, but in reality, this place is a wasteland and is filled with hidden catastrophes and disturbing lore. So today, we're taking a look at the 5 most creepy Fallout theories, but be warned, you might pee your pants. Now, most people know the reason for this wasteland was due to all the atomic bombs dropped during the Great War, which was primarily between the US and China. However, a disturbing observation can be made in one of the first places you visit in Fallout 3, being the town of Megaton. There's an active nuclear bomb in the middle of the town in which the people who live there worship it, or maybe that's only the weirdos. But you would think that you would see a Chinese flag or an American flag on the bomb. However, what we actually see is a Vault-Tec logo. Could it be possible that Vault-Tec are actually the ones who dropped the bombs first? But why would Vault-Tec do something like this? Well, it's possible that there were some evil and corrupt higher-ups in the Vault-Tec world, and they knew that if they did this, it would lead to a huge financial benefit due to the vaults being populated. But more disturbingly, it was done in order for them to have test subjects and run their sick experiments, because we all know that this is what Vault-Tec actually did. Every vault had its own experiment to go along with it, but in order to get people in the vaults, they needed to do the unthinkable and destroy human civilization. Speaking of vault experiments, perhaps the most disturbing experiment of all time is in Vault 77. A poor man is tricked into entering a vault, and once he does, the door behind him closes. He then starts screaming and banging at the door, yelling for help, but to no avail. He stays like this for months and prays that one day he'll be able to be free. That is, until one day, over a year after being trapped in the vault, he discovers a box full of puppets. In order to keep himself entertained, he starts playing with them, reenacting plays, and starts talking to them. However, the longer this goes on, the more berserk the plays and the man are getting, and he continues to descend into madness. He even starts to hear voices talking back to him, but one day he finds a Vault Boy puppet that has seemingly ripped off the head of all the other puppets. We then discover that the vault was open the entire time, and he goes out into the wasteland along with this puppet. He runs into ghouls, traders, caravans, all sorts of people, but a certain group of raiders become suspicious of him, worried that he is crazy and he will try to kill them, so they tie him up with his puppet, but the puppet then tells the man to kill all the raiders, which he does. He kills every person as well as their families. While the vault nor the man appear in the game, certain recordings and jumpsuits can be found, indicating this man could still be out there somewhere. Dogmeat is one of the most iconic characters in franchise history, but it's not often we see a living dog out here in the wasteland, especially one that appears in different places in different games, who also appears to have damn near superpowers as well as being incredibly trained and obedient. This has led many players to believe Dogmeat isn't a real dog and is in fact a synth. Dogmeat is actually immune to radiation damage and plasma gun damage, while also not mutating like all the other animals in the wasteland. He's an exceptional fighter as well, and it could be possible that the reason Dogmeat is one of the first characters we meet and why he immediately takes a liking to us is because he's actually a synth from the Institute, and they sent him there in order to help guide us into meeting and finding our son. It's pretty crazy to think about. However, even if he is a synth, it would still be hard not to love him. Mannequins are always scary no matter what they're doing or where they're going. However, the ones in Fallout 4 are especially terrifying, often being found in human-like positions as well as having a human-like face and smile that just doesn't look right for some reason. Every time you see one, you can almost swear their eyes are watching you. But the place that can prove this the most is a shipwreck in the Far Harbor DLC. The player can find a bunch of mannequins still standing, looking out the windows, and seemingly talking to each other. However, the creepiest one is a mannequin who is holding a machete and standing over a dead crew member's body. And when reading a nearby note on the ground, it says, "I can't wait to drop these damn mannequins off." The crew is starting to claim that they are hearing weird noises from the cargo. Maybe they are playing a prank on me, but whatever, we're almost there. This is some pretty disturbing scenery and evidence. Perhaps it could be possible these mannequins are in fact hiding something and are more than what you might think. In Fallout 3, there's a small town in the middle of nowhere by the name of Andale. Upon arriving, the people there seem to be extremely friendly and kind, even inviting you into their homes for dinner. However, the only person who seems to act different is Old Man Harris, who tells you the people there are not who you think they are and you need to run away and get out of here as quickly quickly as you can. After going into a family's basement or shed, we see an arrangement of human organs and bodies in which these people cook and eat. The people of Andale are indeed cannibals, and everyone in the capital wasteland knows to avoid them. They lure people in with a friendly demeanor to then kill them and eat them. But that's not all. These people are actually all related. Yes, the families in Andale are breeded by incest, and they are supposed to marry their cousins in order to keep the population going, and this has been done for generations. Here in the most disturbing place in the wasteland, being Andale. Please subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of these theories and lore in the comment section. Check out my other channels in the description, and have a great day.